My ethos for building wealth is one, the first pillar, creating wealth, whether that's through your W-2, actively investing, anything that you have to be active in. So that is the pillar where you actually have to have some knowledge and expertise. You have to build it up. You have to know what you're doing and be super specific and honed in and really learn your craft. So even if it's at your W-2, you know what you're doing at your job. Either get bonuses, work overtime, do extra, whatever you can do to gather more capital for investing. Do that in the first pillar. Even if that's a side business or a hustle or whatever that you need to do, you have to learn about that to grow that to a substantial amount. So take your capital and invest it there, or work for someone else where you can learn and get information and get knowledge and skill set that is transferable into other industries. Pillar number 2 is growing your wealth. So how, after we create it, how can we grow it? This is all about investing strategies. This is investing in not only real estate, even though that's the field that I'm in, but it's also about investing in businesses, investing in yourself and your education, investing in mind, body, and spirit, and making it, this is holistic. So investing that capital, primarily the financial side, so that you can grow that wealth to a level and have it still working for you. This is where you can be active or passive. There's plenty of opportunities to invest passively that are outside of the normal retirement account path or vehicle. The third pillar is protection, protecting your capital. So you're protecting the wealth through life insurance policies, through estate planning, through trust, through elder care planning, because you want to make sure that your elderly years are taken care of, so that that's not a burden on your children, right? And that will strip from the wealth, because they'll have to use the wealth that you build up to take care of you. And now they have nothing to pass on either to their kids or to even use to help build up their lives. So that's the 3 pillars: creating, growing, and protecting your wealth. Within the podcast, you will hear a lot of guests. I've done a lot of interviews already with people in all 3 of those pillars. So although it may at some time seem like it's all over the place, there's really a strategy behind it. And there is, everybody who's on the show fits into one of those pillars. So wherever you are on your journey, whatever information serves you best, you pick those pillars and you apply it to your life. I'm all about application. As we heard with my story before, as soon as I was finding out about all these different strategies, I dug in, I learned about it, and then I applied it. So this is about implementation. Don't just sit on this information. I'm extracting this from people so we can share resources with you. And then I want you to implement. If you need help with that, please reach out to me at any point, because I'm all about minorities in our culture and community having access to information and to resources and to opportunities that we that we haven't had the opportunity and we haven't been exposed to and been able to jump into, because that has just not been something, whether on the race level or the income level. There is so much intertwining between the 2 of those that affects our community. And I want to change that. I want to change what the face of wealth is. I don't want us all to only be relegated to certain opportunities and certain investment strategies and certain information, and not even know or open up our mindsets. And also, I think the biggest thing is mindset. We really need to think about what we are doing and why we are doing that. Where did that come from, that information or that thought process that we have? Why is that part of our ethos today? And really examine. Self-examination is one of the hardest things to do, but you are your own impediment to growing and success, because you let sometimes mindset, and I won't say you, and particularly a lot of us community-wise, I'll say myself as well, we let certain beliefs hold us back from moving forward because we don't realize that those beliefs are really shackles to our growth. Let's change that. Let's do this together. I want to say, I could say some more about my story, that actually the growth after I purchased the first commercial building that I refinanced at that 3-family, I was able to reposition that building and purchase a second commercial building. And now I have the opportunity to get into more deals and grow and really have the power of momentum. So building wealth, I'll say, is not a quick fix. Care about the journey. Don't expect immediate results. Enjoy the journey, and you will eventually become the person who you are supposed to be, to have the things that you are supposed to have and leave the legacy that you are supposed to leave. So join me. You really don't want to miss. Some of the people I've already interviewed are fantastic. There's so much information there. I've actually even re-listened to a lot of the episodes because they're so jam-packed with information and how-tos and mindset shifts. And let's do this together. Are you ready to build wealth? I am too.
Did you love this episode of Share the Wealth Show? If you know of someone who would benefit from this information, don't keep it to yourself. Share the wealth and make sure to leave us a rating and review. We'll see you for next week's episode. Subscribe so you'll be notified.